Stephanie Kemmerman, the Stock Whisperer, here with this week's Dark Pool Weekly Whisper for December 10th. Before we get to these hot stocks to trade this week, that's right, we got to talk about last week's. Now, last week was quite interesting, wasn't it, guys? So I did my homework. It takes me about 5, 6, sometimes 8 hours to sift through all these dark pool prints, map out these trades. And I'm so happy I always map them out in both directions because we never know. This is such a crazy volatile market. And so last week I did my homework, mapped them out, gave them to you guys. And on Monday we gapped up and so many of these hit their bullish targets and my traders were pissed off. Yes, they were. They're like, what are we going to do now, Stephanie? I said, well, this is where knowing how to trade kicks in, and you always want to, number one, watch and wait for new prints to come in. And number two, trade off the next level. And then, of course, what happened is we had a huge reversal. And then all my bearish whispers came into play, you guys. This was a fantastic week. We really made our money on the short side. Now, if you were swinging into Monday, which a lot of my traders were, you got paid in both directions, and then we went short. But if you didn't, then there was still great trades on the short side. So we made over 116% ROI on these mostly bear whispers. I did not count the ones where we gapped up. And 67 hit targets. So it was really a great week. I know it wasn't an easy week for many of you that are new and you really don't know how to trade around these dark prints. I'm doing a workshop. That's right, I'm doing a workshop this Thursday. If you're not signed up, you definitely want to sign up. And I'm just going to be sharing my basic strategies on how to trade around these dark pool prints. And it's for day trading and swing trading. There are different ways we trade them, how to trade the splash, how to trade the SPY. If you want more information, just shoot me an email, Stephanie@thestockwhisperer, and I will get you the information. All right, so let's start with this week's trades. I know you guys are waiting for that, so let's get the ball rolling. All right, let's start with the SPY, and you can see we had that gap up on Monday and then the pull back down on Tuesday. We've been trading this like maniacs in my room, level to level. Where are we now? Well, we did close below that really major level, 264.46. Yeah, that's not a good sign, guys. If we cannot jump above that, we have a triple bottom. We have a triple bottom, okay, and we have a triple top, you guys. Yeah, this is called sideways consolidation. And we got to be prepared in both ways. So this week, I'm only going to be bullish above 266. Now, on these bullish trades, they're more retracement trades, okay? These are more retracement back up to resistance, back up to the 8 exponential moving average on the daily chart. Because you can see we pretty much did that on Friday, and then we pulled back down again. This area is a brick wall. So again, when I say bullish above 266, it means we'll most likely retrace back up to resistance 270 area. Only if we could break above 271 and change here is there room without no resistance to 275. All right, but right now we're kind of not in the best spot. So really key levels to watch. So I'm going to be bearish below 262. I know a lot of my traders have protection on over the weekend, which is great. Let's just go out. Now, there is possibilities that we could retest these February lows and April. The retest, yeah, that's about 255. Okay, so these are really key levels and areas to watch if we move down rapidly. And again, this is such a volatile market. It's like anything can happen. All right, so we have to be prepared always on both sides. Are we going to get a Christmas rally? I don't know, but we have to see buy prints in order for that to happen. Okay, so we'll see what prints come in on Monday. But in the meantime, yeah, you definitely want to watch those levels. Let's go to the Russell. All right, here's the Russell. So the Russell, the IWM ETF, we're going to be bullish above 149. And we're going to be bearish below 144. It's very wide. Yeah, we've had huge, big ATRs. So again, these are just, you know, basic levels. If I see prints coming in, I'm going to definitely call them out. The QQQs, I'm going to be bullish above 166. Let me just zoom in on this. I'm going to be bullish above 166. And I'm going to be bearish below 160. And I don't know what happened to my trend lines. Let me just put that in there. Yeah, they disappeared. Okay, let's go to DIA. DIA, I'm going to be bullish above 246. And again, very weird. I had these in earlier. And I'm going to be bearish below 240.250. Just put that in there. All right. Now I'm going to go to SPY-G. This is an interesting one. We don't normally get prints on this thing. This is an ETF. I don't mean to call it a thing. It's an ETF. The top holdings are huge companies. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Visa, MasterCard, Home Depot, United Health. And we had massive dark pool prints coming in at 34.59. Big prints, big splashes. This week we're going to be bullish only above 35 and bearish below 34. Now you don't have to particularly trade SPY-G. You can trade one of its holdings, Apple, Microsoft. But watch the levels on SPY-G because that's really key where these prints happened. And now let's go to fear. So VXX is not something that you would hold on to. A lot of traders day trade it. It's constantly moving down the hill always, except when we are in contango. I'm sorry, backwardation. Yeah, whenever we're in backwardation, that's when it'll move up when we're in a correction. But normally it's in contango, so every time it pops, you know, it drops. So again, it's something to just watch for fear. And this week, we had a few prints that came in, actually. A 3 million print at $39.73. Almost a million share print at $39.30. And we had a 600,000 print at $39.53. So we are above that, above 40. However, this week, if we break above 41, let me just zoom out of this chart. All right, then we could spike up, but just keep in mind, this is just not something you get married to. It's going to roll back down the hill. It's a very, very short-term play. Please be careful, whether you trade other things, but watching the VXX. All right, let's go to the dollar. This is so key. The dollar ETF, UUP. Yeah, this is huge. Every time we have a big move on the dollar, we get prints on UUP. And we got prints on UUP this week. We got a 263,000 print. I know it doesn't seem very big, but this guy doesn't trade that much. So normally, on a good day, it'll trade 500,000. So that's a huge trade for one trade, $25.89. Now, I would not trade UUP. It's very slow moving, but I would watch it. Now, it looks like we could have a lovely rounded top, yeah, which usually leads to a decline in the dollar. What does that mean? Well, if you like to trade gold, which is what we love to trade in my room, love trading it all this week, as a matter of fact, and I will be trading it next week too. If the dollar goes down, right, then gold usually goes up. And I say usually because it's not 100%, but most of the time. I have seen dollar and the gold go up, but we had prints on gold. Which we do, and I'm going to go over that in a minute. But this is really key because most of the time, and it's been trading like this, when the dollar was going up, yeah, gold was really weak. It's why it's had a really tough time lately. Seasonality is very bullish for gold right now into Christmas, number one. And we have prints on the dollar. So this is really exciting. Watch the DXY as well. 97 is a really key resistance area, and we are below that. As long as we stay below that, that's going to be bearish for the dollar, which will be bullish for gold. All right, so watch this 25.75. I just drew this trend line, and yeah, this is the T spot, the trend change spot, where we go from an upward trend to a downward trend. It's really key. We've been staying above that. We couldn't quite make higher highs here, and that's pretty key as well to a topping pattern. So let's go to GLD. Yeah, love this week. I don't know what happened to my trend lines, you guys. They went sideways. Let me just try to delete it. I can't quite grab it. All right, they're possessed. Okay. So this week, you can see that GLD is hitting this upward trend line here. I'm still trying to grab this. Come on. Doesn't want to do it. All right. We're hitting this upward trend line, this 118 area. And yeah, this is pretty key. We have a pretty big volume that came in as well on Friday, and it closed pretty strong. So GLD, I'm bullish above 118. Targets are 118.50, 119, 119.50, 120. And I will turn bearish if we break below 117. That's really key for GLD. Let's go to GDX. All right. So GDX, really key levels is I'm going to be bullish above 2020. Yeah, so I've been trading this in the Java pit this week. I rolled over my 20 calls into 2050s. It just prevents exititis. I love it. I just keep going out and buying cheaper, usually 50 cents out of the money calls when we get big prints coming in, which we did on GDX. We got dark pool prints that have been coming in last week, but this week we got 1965, 1987, 1992, and 1996, and we closed above all of them. Okay, if we could stay above that, absolutely love it. Let's just draw one more trend line while I'm watching this. Yeah, we could possibly go as high as about 21.25, but I like to take it level to level. And so bullish above 2020. I'll only become bearish if we go below all these prints, below 1950. All right, so watch those levels. Let's go to KGC, Kinross Gold. It's a cheapo stock, gold stock. And I'm going to just draw this trend line, kind of show you that. Yeah, it's been on a downward trend, but it recently broke out here. Okay, you can see we broke out, we retested the breakout, and we got prints, unusual prints, heavier than normal. 6 million between $2.80 and $2.92. So right in this area. Okay, so if it's buying, we should break above 3, no problem, and shoot up on a trend change. But if it's selling, then look out below. We'll be coming down. Again, I always just like to be prepared in both directions. So we'll be bullish above that 3 and bearish below 275. Okay, let's go to ABX, Barrick Gold. So I love this stock as well. We had a huge 6 million print not too long ago on it, but remember I told you it was coming out with that dividend, which did bring it down, but then we came and retested it on Friday. $13.52. Mary F had a great week in the Java pit. I know she jumped on this one as soon as it broke above 13.52. I've been trading GDX and GLD. Look, you got to pick your favorite gold stock. You know, for me, I like the options on GLD and GDX. ABX is not bad, but I do prefer the other ones. But I will watch the levels on ABX. So this week, you can see we have a breakout here. Yep. We have a breakout. I'm going to be bullish above 13.75 and only bearish if we go down and break below the print, below 13.25. All right, let's move to FCX. Yeah, this guy did not have a good week. In fact, we have a triple bottom here, though. This is interesting, guys. Keep your eye on Freeport. We had dark pool prints that have been coming in over the past couple weeks. Major levels are 12.38 on the upside and 11.16 on the downside. This is really, really key. Because if we were to go up and break above 12.38, yeah, that would be uber bullish. But as long as we stay above 11.16, I still like it. However, we're below, okay? Yes. So right now we're below. I am not in FCX yet. But if we can break above 11.50 this week, I'll dip a toe in, all right? And as long as we keep moving up, I'll dip a couple more toes in. And if we break above 12.38, I'll put both feet in, okay? That's kind of how you want to trade these prints. Let's go to silver. Silver. These had, this one had prints back November 13th. A big one, $13.16, almost 2 million. Yeah, and we haven't really made a huge move yet. But I see that we are above these, this volume spike right here, this guy. Let me just zoom in on that. Yeah, we are above this candle right here, the 12-3 candle. Yeah, so whenever we're above a very large volume of candle like that, above the prints, I like it. So this week I'm going to be bullish above 1380, and I'll only turn bearish if we go down below that print, 1316, then I'll become a silver bear. Let's switch gears to energy. We'll start with Halliburton. Halliburton had some unusual prints that were happening this week. $30, $30.42. And I'm going to be bullish above 31.25 and bearish below 29.50. Now, Marathon Oil, yeah, this is one of my favorites to trade. I really like the inexpensive stocks that move a lot. You guys know what I mean? You know why I like these? I like these because, number one, they're inexpensive. The options are even a lot cheaper than other options out there. But if you know a big move is happening on them and you buy out of the money options, which are pennies, you know, they really move. This is where you can make 200, 300, 500% ROI on stuff like this. So this week we had big prints on MRO, and it's been a while since we've had big prints on this one. So I'm excited. $16.15 to $16.32. Now these happen on Friday, so we're kind of in the splash mode. So I gave it a little bit more room. Once we're done splashing and we retest that print, then I would jump in even sooner. But during splash mode, I give it extra room. I'm going to be bullish above 16.75. And I'm going to be bearish below 15.75 for MRO. Let's go to PBR. PBR this week, I'm going to be bullish above 15.25 and bearish below 13.80. All right, this is an interesting one. We definitely had some good prints on it. 13.92, 14.27, and then we had sellers up here at 15.23. Yeah, so that's why my range is pretty wide. Okay, so XLE is another one on my list this week. Dark pool activity, $63.51 and $65.21. The ranges are pretty wide because we had such a big move last week that we had prints at the top and prints at the bottom. Makes it a little bit more difficult to trade, obviously, than just prints at the top or the bottom. So this week we'll be bullish above 65.50 and we'll be bearish below 63.25. XOP, yeah, this one, whoa. This one could not break above 34. Remember, we were watching that level. I'm still only bullish above 34. I've drawn this lower trend line here. So you can see this is such a key level here. If we close below 31, that's going to be very, very bearish. We had those massive prints that came in, if you remember, at 32.50, 33.50, and so forth. So yeah, we're going to be bullish only above 34 and bearish below 31. Let's go to financials. So XLF had a 6 million print on Friday. Really big, $25.58. And we had another print at 25.18. So this week I'm going to be bullish only if we break above that, 25.78. And I'll be bearish below 25. Oh, you know what? Before I get to Wells Fargo, Bank of America. Holy cow. This was like the trade of the year. It was. This was seriously the trade of the year. And I say this, if you were in my room, you know why I'm saying this, but this was the strangle we put on at that 10 million print that we had about 2 weeks ago. On November 20th, actually. I remember the date exactly. And we had this print, and a whole bunch of us in my room put on a strangle. We didn't know if it was buying or selling. We bought the 30 calls and the 25 puts, and guess what? Like, we made money on both sides. Ridiculous. It rarely happens like that. When it went down, we added to the puts. When it went up, we added to the calls. But the original trade, I mean, actually made money on both sides. So, wow. And that can happen when we have a very volatile market. So exciting. So we're just so far away. I didn't really have a great trade set up for you on this, but 25 is support. So if you're still in that, watch that 25 level. But what I do like is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, I really like because we had prints on it. So the prints were at 50.25 and 50.40. And I'm going to be bullish above 51. And again, this is going to be more of a retracement trade. Just keep that in mind with these bullish levels, mostly are retraced to resistance. I don't like to go against the trend. And that really means I don't like to go long when a stock is below the 8 exponential moving average. I don't like to go short when it's above. But I will do it if I have a print. That's the only time, a big one. I'll break my rule, but it's a retracement to resistance or support. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So for Wells Fargo, I'm going to be bullish above 51 and I'll be bearish below 50. Let's go to Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, very interesting. It's pretty tight here. It had a big day on Thursday, but a pretty small day on Friday. This week, I'm going to be bullish above 140 and bearish below 137.50 because we had two sets of prints, one at 139 and one at 137.23. And I really like this. I'm going to tell you why. Why do I like this? Well, we're close to the 8 exponential moving average. So that means we have a lot of room up and a lot of room down. It like hasn't made, you know, the move here yet. So pretty exciting. I like it. And I know Amit had a fantastic day on Friday in the Java pit. I have to give a shout out. Yeah, he's a great trader in the pit, and he was an animal on Friday. He's an Elliott wave guy, and he was calling out trades left and right, showing his chart. So thank you, Amit. Really awesome stuff. But I got to just announce the trader of the week, though. It was really hard. We had so many good traders. Just shout outs to Mary F., who also did a great job, Jazz, Amit. But the trader of the week goes to Dave B., aka E-Man. This guy, number one, you traded phenomenally. So good, consistent, scaling out. I'm so proud. I love when I see my traders, you know, go from A to Z, and you definitely did, Dave. Really, really good. And not only that, he's done some tremendous coding for a project that we're doing in the Java pit. It's sensational work, Dave. Thank you so much for all that you add to the room, and yeah, you are definitely deserving of Trader of the Week, even though it was a very competitive week. I mean, just so many great trades in the room. So awesome. Let's go to the next. After Facebook, Alibaba. I don't normally trade this stock, but we did have a print on Friday. And so I'm going to be bullish above 157.50. And I'm going to be bearish below 150. Let me just get that print for you guys. Hold on a minute. Usually I just forgot to put it in. Oh, 155.53. Here. I forgot to put this in. And this was 490,000. Yeah, it was a big print. Yeah, so that's why, and again, I know they're pretty wide levels, big prints, big splashes, big volatility, but if we do break below this 150, yeah, I'm going to assume that was selling, and if we break above this 158, I'm going to assume 157.50 actually, that it was buying. Okay, let's go to the next one. Micron, MU. MU also had a big print on Friday. 759,000 at 35.64. So I'm going to be bullish above 37.50. Even more bullish though above 38. You guys can see that. There's a lot of room on the upside, but bearish, okay, below 35. Let me just go out here. Yeah, we could easily come and then do another test of this bottom. Third test, yeah, it's not looking too pretty. Now here's a sector I really want to talk about. Emerging markets. Yeah, a lot of prints in this sector this week. And they're not looking good, okay? Yeah, we're definitely not looking good. A lot of selling at the top. So on Brazil, EWZ, I'm going to be bullish only above 40.50, okay? Move that a little bit. I'm going to be bearish below 38. Giving it some room. If we break down below here, look out. Yeah, I can definitely see a big move down if we can't hold there. We had a lot of prints. Let's go to VWO. Oops, VWO. All right, another one with heavy prints at the top at 39.80. And we are going to be bullish above 40.50 and bearish below 38.50. Okay? Really key levels to watch for VWO. FXI, China. Another one with heavy prints at the top at $42.56. They were selling pretty heavy back on December 3rd. They popped it up, and then we had big sell prints at the top. Yeah, it's a pretty popular pattern that they do. And so again, this week I'm going to be bearish below 40.50, and I'll only be bullish. I think I have to fix these levels. Bullish above 43. Sorry about that. All right, let me just fix that. Okay. EWJ, Japan ETF. Very heavy, unusual prints. I don't remember seeing heavy prints like this for a while, actually. So that's why it's on my list. Let me just zoom out on the chart a little bit so you can see. We had pretty big prints between 53.13 and look at the volume spike. Yeah, you can see that. So I'm going to be bullish above 54.50 and bearish below 53. Let's go to EEM. EEM, going to be bullish above 41 and bearish below 39.50. I'm using prints from last week, 41.40. That was a huge, I think it was like a 6 million level, really big. Yeah, so really key watching those guys. All right, let's go to bonds. TLT was a great trade last week, wasn't it? Yeah, this was amazing. Looks like we had an upthrust. Yeah, this is a Wyckoff upthrust. What is that? It's a false breakout. And you see the 200 moving average, the red line? Yeah, so, you know, during the day, if you were watching this candle here, okay, at one point it was all green, breaking above the 200 moving average, but sellers came in and knocked it down, and you have this big wick on the candle. All right, this is a very bearish candle. When you see a false breakout and sellers come in on pretty high volume. Okay, this is high volume. Now, the next thing you got to watch for a Wyckoff up thrust is the next candle has to try to test those highs on lower volume. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, so this is a bearish pattern. And we had some prints. 118.60 and 118.69. So those prints are right, oops, I didn't mean to do that, are right here. Okay, so this is key. We really need to break above that. I'll be bullish above 119. Yeah, if we close strong especially. However, I will be bearish below 117.50 because we could retrace back down to the earth. I call the 8 EMA the earth, yeah. The further away we get away from it, the more it wants to come back to life, okay? Come back here. We have a gap in the chart as well. So this could be a gap fake out trade where they take it down to the strongest level before the gap, then they bounce it up, and then they do that. So just be aware of these patterns and these levels. Let's go to the next one, LQD. Yeah, so LQD, it's not something that I trade. It's really slow. It's a bond ETF. But we had big prints on it, and I'll watch it, but I'll trade TLT. So I'm bullish above 112, and you can see there's room to go up to 112.50 before it hits that resistance. Yeah, and I'm bearish below 111.49. We had pretty big prints that came in that area. All right, so you can definitely watch that. All right, let's go to like the little miscellaneous stocks. Activision. We had unusual dark pool prints that came in on Monday. And so this week that splashed around, I'll be bullish above 49, bearish below 46. Keep your eye on Activision. Hewlett Packard, HP. What a week, huh? Green candle, red candle, green candle, red candle. Oh my goodness. It's not a good trend, is it? Yeah, it's in a sideways consolidation. And that's not a good for the swing trader in me. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a swing trader, guys. For those of you that don't know, most people just assume that I'm this day trader because I sit here all day. I watch every single tick of the market. But much prefer to swing trade, although this week was fantastic for day trading. It's great if you can learn how to do both. Earnings season's great for day trading, but after that, swing trading is definitely where we make most of our money. But these days, last week, was day trading heaven, okay? Now, I'm seeing something on this chart. You guys might be seeing it too. It looks like a head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, and sloppy right shoulder, okay? And this is really key. And this is why I'm watching this 2250 level. Yeah, if we break below that, then the pattern will move the same distance from the top of the head to the shoulders here, which is about $2.50 down. That gets us to 20. So it's a great short if we do break down, and we had prints on it. We had a $500,000 at $22.99. All right, so watch HPQ. Let's go to JD. All right, JD.com. Yeah, we're pretty close to that 8 EMA on this, which I liked. Now, there were a lot of other trades that had prints this week, but they just didn't look great on the charts, and that's why they're not in the Whisper. So keep that in mind too. I really just try to find high probability trade setups with the prints. Some weeks, especially after we have big moves, it just becomes a lot harder to trade until we pull up to support or resistance. So I like JD. It had a print at 21.51. I'm going to be bullish above 21.75 and bearish below 20.74. Sorry, 75. All right. Let's go to Urban. Yeah, I don't know, hardly ever get prints on Urban. So I'm excited. We got these prints, a big one actually, 759,000 share print at $35.64. So, you know what? Let me just double check that. Hold on a minute. I think it might be 36. Give me a moment. 35.64. Hold on. I'm going to double check while I got you guys here. Urban on just give me one more minute. So I have a 37.20 print on December 7th. So hold on a minute, I'm just going to make some changes. I want to make sure this is right. 37.20. Yeah, because I'm not seeing that print. It might be a mistake. I'm human. It was a crazy week. So 37.20. Yeah, I think actually I have the wrong. Yeah, let me just do this over for you guys. All right. So I am going to be bullish, and I'm going to change it to 38. Okay, I'm going to be bullish above 38 here. And my target is going to be 38, 50, 39. I usually do 50-cent increments. 39, 50. And 40. And then I'm going to be bearish below, let's see, I always want to be below, I'm going to do 36.50. You guys get to see me do this live. Target 36, 35.50, and 35. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'll have to just adjust these down and up. Let's just take a look at the bigger picture. Yeah, so there's no earnings. I do like to look up and see if there's any earnings or dividends coming out. It doesn't look that great, the chart. Let's just draw. Yeah, draw a channel down, and I'll just draw one right here. Yeah, so we're kind of in this wedge formation. Yep. And obviously if we break above 38.75, yeah, that's going to be really bullish. Okay. And if we break below 36.25, that's my bear. Yeah, then it's going to get very ugly. All right. So again, these are key levels. Again, we don't normally get prints on Urban. I don't know why I had the other number, but sorry about that. I'll just fix that, and off we go. All right, let's go to Qualcomm. Qualcomm. Eventually I'll get it. All right, let's go to Qualcomm. So Qualcomm had big prints in the beginning of the week, and then news came out. They were letting go their employees. The prints always come first, and then the news comes. But we let it bounce around, And I'm going to be bullish above 57.50. And the prints, by the way, 58.85. I just forgot to put that in there. And it was 2 million, by the way. Okay. So 58.85. So we got another set of prints at 56.50. Hold on. Yeah, so how do you trade that? 56.50 and 58.85. Yeah, so it's a $2 spread. And I'm going to just change my target here. Hold on a minute. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm going to be bullish above 59. All right. Target's going to be 60 and 61.25. All right, so I'm just going to move up my my bull whisper, and I will be bearish below 55. Yeah, I'm going to give it some room. All right, if we can't hold this 55 area, we bounced off of it back here. If we can't, then that's going to be very, very bearish. We didn't quite fill in this gap either. Yeah, so this is definitely an interesting one, but we have two sets of prints. So again, definitely more challenging to trade when you have that. So let's go to the next one. Volley. Yeah, volley. So this guy is also in a wedge, kind of wedge-like formation. Let me just draw one more trend line. There we go. Yeah, so you can see kind of in a wedge, but we've had massive prints on this recently. $13.17 we had back here. So we got these big prints back here, and then it took a jump up, hit its head on the top of this wedge trend line. Then it came back down and retested the prints, okay, and bounced up. And then came down and retested the prints. And this is pretty much kind of where we closed. So this is so key to watch this week. It's why it's a whisper. We're going to be bearish if we break below 13, below this wedge. Then I'm going to say, you know what, guys? Yeah, it's selling. But if we do move up, I'm going to be bullish above 13.80. Okay, because we had some other sets of prints, and that is where the 200 moving average is as well, right there. Not to say I may not dip a toe in if we do break above this 1360 area. Yeah, 1350 actually, right? This area here. So what happens is in the morning, I'll look and see where the big guys are lined up to buy and sell. So if you're in my room, yeah, we're always looking for that in the morning. And so let's just say I see them loaded up to sell at 1350. And the market opens up after first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we break above it. Well, then I'll go long, you know. But again, these whisper levels are really important too. I'd probably take some profit at 1380, and then if we closed above that, then I would take this as a swing position long. So there's a few different ways you can trade this. So on Friday, we had a great lesson on refreshing pre-market. I was doing my morning meeting. Somebody asked me about Chronos. Steph, what do you think? When it opens up, is it going to go up? And I said, well, let's just check it out. So I punched it up, and we spotted selling on the offer at $13.93. They were refreshing, which means they kept coming back with more and more share size selling there. He got executed, then he came back with more shares. They kept selling and selling and selling, and as you can see, it dropped like a rock. So, you know, learning what that looks like, really important. So that comes into play. Let's just go to the last two. We got two more, guys. XLB. We're going to be bullish above 53.50, and we're going to be bearish below 51.75. And we did have a big print on that Friday. 1.1 million. There's actually two prints that added up to 1.1 million at $53.21. and XLP. Another good one, massive prints between $56.12 and $56.14. And so I will be bullish above 56.25. And obviously, look, I'm bearish below the prints. If you got these whispers throughout the week, you probably went short on this. But moving from here on this week, you can see we have this this bottom here, right? And we retested it. So in essence, I'm saying if we fall below 54.50, yeah, that's going to be bearish. All right, you guys. So there's it. There's your whispers this week. Sorry about those corrections. I just always want to make sure I get it right for you guys. And until next time, happy trading. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. My secret.